My name is Michael Stein. Welcome to Encounters with the Soul. This video series is about healing. It's about vulnerability. It's really about me answering a call, or a pull, if you will, to be the best that I can be in a different way. An exercise of showing up and connecting with the people around the world so that there could be a dialogue amongst one another with like minds who are on the same journey of self-healing. The belief that we're on this planet, the best thing that we can do to help our planet is to help ourselves first and foremost. We can't be of service to others unless we have served us, served yourself. This has been a journey for me. I'm 38 years old, and today I've chosen a path of healing. Reiki has been one of my methods for that, and I've spent the majority of my world turning away from my true nature as an empath, not understanding it, confusing my energy with other people around me, taking on their energy. This is a language that a lot of people don't quite understand. You could call it an empath. I'm very in tune to the dynamic of a group. There can be a group of people, and it's happened to me multiple times, where I'll be sitting there and walking into a space feeling really happy and actually in a great mood, and then walk into a space and immediately get punched in the gut. Like, what is this feeling I just took on? I don't know what it is. And there was one time where I just felt nauseous and my mouth was dry, and I just started feeling like I was dizzy and the room was spinning. And as people were going around the room introducing who they were, I got more nervous as I came closer to myself. And at one point there was a woman not a few seats away from me that started sharing on how nervous she was and how sick she was feeling, and you could tell she had a dry mouth because of the way that she spoke. And it took her a minute to get her composure, and the more she spoke, the better she felt, and the better she felt, the better I felt. And the more experiences that I had with that, the more I was willing to look at that, I started to realize there's something to this. I've not really wanted to look at a lot of these things. I've isolated myself in ways that our society has promoted us doing with our technology, living in larger homes and not knowing our neighbors. It's not a life I want to live anymore. It's not given me a lot of service, and so this video series is really going to be dedicated to starting a dialogue about what it means to heal, and what does it mean to be a woman in the world, what does it mean to be a man in the world, because defined in the way our society has defined it, it doesn't hold anymore. It's being redefined, it's evolved, it's changing. The question that I want to ask to start that dialogue is surrounding life patterns. Patterns in life that continue over and over, that serve as distractions to ourselves in life, whether it be driving to work every day and forgetting how you actually got there, not remembering the person that was walking their dog and what kind of dog was that, or the coyote in the forest that pops up and says hello. Maybe it's just narrow-minded, focused, and just not there, not present, just not being here in the now. It happens to all of us. So what are those patterns in your world that have distracted you from being the best that you can be? I know one of the rules of engagement for me in this video series is for me to speak with vulnerability about those things for myself, to be completely unrehearsed and raw and authentic. I will admit this is not something I've done before. I have a considerable amount of anxiety about people around the world, and that's been a pattern of mine, is being locked into what other people think that I should do, what their opinions are, to seek their approval, to find a way to fit in, because I haven't really felt like I fit in before. To hold my independent sovereignty so that I don't get confused with other people's emotions or their space or what they want me to do. I have created drama in my life, unconsciously, again, deliberately, so that I could exhibit some control. I have lived life with a story that it takes hard work to find success. Blood, sweat, and tears. First one to go to work, last one to leave. Beating my head against the wall is the only way for me to move forward in any direction, and it's going to be hard. I don't believe that that's true. I think that hasn't served me at all. Finding a flow leading from the back, like water, which travels the least path of resistance to find its destination. In a group, we can find our flow with a group utilizing the strengths and resources of people around us and letting them rise to the occasion while we focus on our own strengths, which hopefully are diverse. And that is how grace works. That's finding the flow. It's not something I've done, not much of. I grew up struggling with school. I had a form of dyslexia. The types, I don't know if they had names for it or not. I could read brilliantly, but I didn't understand what I read. I could read it many times, and the order and comprehension for which I read didn't get it. Just couldn't understand it. Combining two sentences together was a chore. I was taken out of school every day, half a day, until I was in the 7th grade or 8th grade, 13 or 14 years old, and I said I had enough, and instead decided that I was going to work so much harder to keep the same grades as my colleagues did, because I was tired of the teasing. I was tired of not being accepted, and I lived my whole life. I found a career that I didn't really love. I did it because I was good at it, and that, I don't believe, is a very unfamiliar story to a lot of people. Life found me. I didn't find life. I wasn't living life at all. So that had repeated itself multiple times. Today I stand differently. I am a healer, and I believe in the subtle world. I believe in a whole different rule about life. We learn about the plant kingdom. We learn about the animal kingdom. We even learn about some people will call the crystal kingdom. There's like crystals, rocks, stone. There is a whole subtle world out there that we may not be able to see, but I can tell you it exists. And I've been studying Reiki. I am now a Reiki master, and it's just been one medium of many out there. I don't believe there's one path. There's multiple paths. And I have a newfound respect for my connection with nature and life. And I wasn't one to want to embrace that because it wasn't status quo. It wasn't something that would be very well accepted. It was a very difficult conversation to have with people. And the discord and negativity and emotions that brought up in me just ripped me apart. Because it wasn't me. I don't fit your stereotypical man in the world that, I believe that crying's okay. It takes more courage to do that than it does to not own something or show up as a stoic person in the world. What it means to be a man in the world is an entirely different conversation today than it was 50 years ago. I have a son, and I hope that I can be a role model to my son in a positive way, and I believe that I am. I am hopeful for our future, and I'm hopeful for this video series that I really want to have inspire dialogues or conversations, even among small groups, so that a conversation can birth from all of this in a way that facilitates natural progression towards realization of our own liberation. That's our empowerment. We are so much more capable to choose a life of being deliberate and conscious as opposed to unconscious. And I speak again to that trip to the store in the car where you forgot how you got there. It's time to take the wheel by your hands and drive yourself in a way where you're consciously aware of your surroundings. Because there is a way for us to co-create in nature and with community and with people, and not in isolation, that can do a whole hell of a lot more for the good of the world than I think what we've been contributing to it by ignoring it. Signing off here, this is Michael Stein, Encounters with the Soul. Thank you for joining. Until next time.